Hello folks, more amazing new car discounts for you. All these are available on Auto Trader right now at the time I'm filming this. Remember that some of these prices will be linked into taking out manufacturer finance, but you've generally got 14 days to basically clear that and arrange your own finance, or indeed clear it with cash, whatever you choose to do. A massive thanks to 𝙇𝙗 for sponsoring today's video. 2-month free trial is still available and there's a link in the video description for you. And one other little caveat I want to say as part of this video is we're looking at all these new car discounts, but many of these will still be financially beneficial to lease rather than buy. So think about that. I always say lease new, buy used, and you tend to get the better end of the stick. But, you know, your mileage may vary, pardon the pun. We've got all different fuel types in this, by the way. We've got petrols, diesels, plug-in hybrids, electric cars. Everything's here, so nothing to get too upset by. And moving the screen now. I want to move my head. There you go. I'm going to go up here for this one, I think. Seat Arona 1 litre TSI Evo S. Great value little car, this. £20,600. I don't think they're that bad at 20 grand, to be honest, but at 14 and a half, not even 14 and a half, they're a lot better. Only one available of these. This one's at Cars 2 Say at Wakefield. 1 litre manual. First come, first serve. When they're gone, they're gone. Insurance Group 10, 53 mpg. Performance is not going to be anything astounding. 11.3 seconds. It's not too shabby, is it? Great little Seat to get us kicked off. BYD Dolphin Surf. This is the Boost automatic. So the Boost gives you 200 miles of range and a 0 to 62 time of 12.1 seconds. 86 brake horsepower on this one. Just a tiny little electric car. You can comfortably seat 4 adults in it though. It's fairly well spec'd. It's a nice enough thing to drive. 17,765 quid. That's a saving of almost 5 grand. And they've only been out 5 minutes. Look at the savings on these. They continue. It's the MG4 SE. 18 grand down from £27,000. I'd probably go for the SE long range or the Trophy long range. I think they're the sweet spots in the range on these, but 218 miles of range is claimed. It is a pre-reg. Some of these cars will be a pre-reg, but what a saving that is. Rear-wheel drive car, lots of fun to drive. Fiat 600, this is the 1.2 mild hybrid petrol with the automatic gearbox. I had one of these on a little trip to Mallorca recently, and I thought it was brilliant. It sort of way exceeded my expectations. 26,000 quid down to 19 and a half. £6,620 off the RRP. Really nice premium feel to this car, which you don't expect from anything with a Fiat badge. I think they actually look all right as well. Insurance Group 26 on this one, 8.5 seconds to 62 and 58.9 mpg is not bad. Now, a lot of people watching this video have got an interest in cars. They might have an interest in motorbikes, all that sort of stuff. Well, the 𝙇𝙗 app is an amazing app that gives you access to over 8,000 newspapers and magazines from all over the world. And there's something for just about everyone. And the 𝙇𝙗 app's available on Android, iOS. You can even view via a desktop browser. I mean, if we just look at the number of car and motorbike magazines we've got here, it just goes on and on and on. But it's not just for the gearheads. I personally have got loads of different interests, and there's a magazine to suit pretty much all of them. For example, I'm massively into music and guitars, so I can go to this month's guitar magazine, which has got Ozzy Osbourne on the cover, and if I flick through that magazine, just like I would with a physical magazine, I'm just doing it on the app, it's a piece of cake. I can also zoom in on it. I can favourite magazines so they appear in my own library. That's right, a library of my own favourite magazines and newspapers that will update every time a new edition comes out, and also give me access to the back catalogue. Really, 𝙇𝙗 is a brilliant piece of kit. The best news is you can get a 2-month free trial on it with absolutely no risk whatsoever, because you can cancel at any time. It's very easy to do. Click the link in the video description or use the QR code that's appearing on your screen. Sign up for that free trial and enjoy 𝙇𝙗. Don't forget, you can cancel at any time without any hassle. Massive thanks to 𝙇𝙗 for sponsoring today's video. The Vauxhall Mokka 1.2 Turbo GS, 20,000 quid for one of these, saving of £7,500. Obviously, these 1.2 PureTech engines are less than ideal. They still have a wet belt on the oil pump, but they've taken the main drive belt away and swapped that for a chain. So they should age a little bit better than they have done in the past. And you can always get good lease deals on these as well. But just wanted to show you that one because, you know, 7.5 grand off a 27.5 grand car is not bad. 𝙇𝙄𝙉𝙆𝙎 1 litre TSI SE edition. 20,000 quid. It's got 5 grand knocked off it. I think the Kamiq is one of the best value for money cars you can get from Skoda and certainly within the VW group. Let's just look at the numbers on it. So we've got a 400 litre boot, 10.6 seconds to 62, 52 mpg, and it's only insurance group 12. So it's got a lot going for it, really. And at the moment, you can save yourself 5 grand on a brand new one. Hyundai Insta Long Range. This is the 2 spec. Hyundai expect to sell something like 98% of cars in 2 spec because it's so generously spec'd. People will either make the upgrade from the 1 or not bother going to top of the line. Nearly 27 grand's the RRP on that, and you can get one for 20. And there is a video on my channel where I went on the launch of this and did a little bit of a road trip in it, and I thought this thing was exceptional. I expected it to be a bit because it seems very sensible. Hyundai's a somewhat sensible brand. It was bags of fun, like brilliant thing to drive. I'm going to make a sweeping statement now, but I prefer the drive of this to that new Renault 5 EV. I think this has got bags more character behind the wheel. Despite the Renault 5 being a lovely looking thing. 223 miles of range on this one. 0-62 in 10.6, but it feels loads quicker than that, I have to say. 142 brake horsepower, insurance group 25 on that brilliant little car. 6,700 quid off one at the moment. Suzuki Vitara 1.4 booster jet mild hybrid. Always deliver value, these things, but look at this. It's got 6 grand knocked off it. £21,699 for an ultra reliable, just massively dependable little SUV that will serve most people perfectly well. Folks, just a very quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thanks. This is like insane value at the moment. A brand new VW ID3 for 23 grand. It's not that long ago, it was headlines when a used one got to 20 grand. You can now get a brand new one for just under 23. That's astounding, folks. It's the pure match automatic, so it's the smaller battery, but that still gives you 240 miles of range. It is a factory order as well, so you'll get the chance to throw a different paint colour on it. Often these deals are in stock. This one is a factory order. That's pretty stunning, to be fair. Honda Jazz 1.5 Advance ECVT. 5 grand off one of these. 29,280 down to 24 grand. They say here it's brand new. It's not a pre-reg. 9.6 seconds to 62. 62 mpg, which you can actually get in the real world. Insurance group 22. And where is the boot space on this? It's 304 litres. It's also got that those magic seats in the back, so you can pull the actual seat base up, so you can put things like a tall pot plant in there, or anything else you might pick up on your garden centre run in your Honda Jazz. Yes, I am making a lazy joke there. Next, we've got the Nissan Qashqai. It's the 1.3 Digity Xcenter Premium. They always offer bags of value, the Qashqai. This should be £31,360, but you can get it for under £24,000, just 7,370 quid. And that's a lot of car for that much money. Another car that's giving you bags of value for money and is a familiar face is the VW Golf 1.5 TSI Match. £24,599 as opposed to a shade under 30, and that price also includes 2 services, which is pretty impressive. Insurance group 17, 9.9 seconds 62, 52.3 mpg. Nice little engine in these. Can be a bit lumpy when cold, but once you get them going, they're great, and you seem to have all the power where you need it. No issues with anything like that. Really nice little car. Citroen C5 Aircross 1.2 PureTech. Again, it's that 1.2 PureTech. There are also some deals around on the 1.5 diesels on these at the moment, and it's in max spec. It's got the automatic gearbox, 26 grand as opposed to nearly 34. Now, I don't know how many pictures we've got of this, but the good thing about these is you've got 3 proper individual seats in the back. And that means you can get 3 kiddie seats in there, or you could get 2 child seats and an adult in there without the adult being like this. So that's all good. Really big boot as well. And they're really nice things to drive. I used to have one actually. Insurance Group 21, 10.2 seconds, 62, 53 mpg and 134 brake horsepower. Peugeot 308SW. That means it's an estate. If you want to see a car that depreciates faster than a Lamborghini does 0 to 62, look at the Peugeot 308SW. However, it's already done a lot of that before you take it off the lot, because they've knocked 12.5 grand off the ridiculous RRP that is £39,000. This is the 1.5 Blue HDI diesel with the automatic gearbox. It's GT spec, which is right up there on Peugeot. Brand new 75 plate, 10.9 seconds to 62, 59.6 mpg, and Insurance Group 20. Cupra Formentor 1.5 ETSI V1 DSG automatic. Petrol hybrid, but it's a mild hybrid. This one should be 36.5 grand, but it's 27.5 grand. If you're unfamiliar with the Formentor, one of the best looking cars in the VW range, like bar none. They've put one picture of it, which is not helpful to my point here. But it's a lovely looking car. The interior is cool. The badge looks a bit like Transformers. There's plenty to like about the Cupra Formentor. Insurance Group 21, 9 seconds to 62 and 48 mpg, 148 brake horsepower in that one. MG HS, this one's the plug-in hybrid and it's in trophy trim, which is top of the tree for MG. It's got 10 grand knocked off it. This is a very, very capable plug-in hybrid, and the interior fit and finish and the whole drive feel is a lot more premium than you might expect, especially if MG's something new to you, or you've just seen sort of MGs of yesteryear where they were obviously built to a price. This thing does feel very nice and well screwed together. They have got piano black plastic in it though. Why people use piano black plastic, I'll never ever understand. All electric range of 75 miles on this. 0 to 62 in 6.8 seconds, 295 brake horsepower. That's obviously with the engine and the electric motors combined. Insurance-wise, we are looking at, where are we? Insurance Group 27, so it shouldn't be too hideous. 27.5 grand as opposed to 37.5 grand. KGM Torres 1.5 K30 automatic. They're all right, these. They're nothing amazing. It's got 8 grand off it, which is why I'm showing you it. But I think a couple of the aforementioned cars would probably be a bit better than that. Skoda Elrock 85 edition. Automatic, obviously. 43 grand down to 32 grand. So you're saving £11,000 off the RRP. Strangely, they've kept all the paint protection stuff off from the car transporter when taking the pictures on this. I suppose that's to demonstrate how shiny and new it is, but you can't see it shining because it's got all that plastic on it. Advertised price is for cash purchase only. Don't let that put you off, because if you want to get hold of one of these, you can arrange your own car finance. Loads of places you can do that. I mean, you can even do it on like the Halifax website, or you can obviously get yourself a loan, something like that. If you're thinking, well, I want to do a part exchange, sell your car through one of the car buying services, or take it to We Buy Any Car, or, you know, one of those things. But £32,000 for what is a very capable EV. £4,300 worth of options, including the heat pump, 356 miles of range, 0 to 62 in 6.4, 282 brake horsepower, and 470 litres of boot space. That's a fairly uncompromising EV SUV that will do the job for most families very, very well. 11 grand off it at the moment, so I would jump on that if I were in the market. VW Tiguan 1.5 ETSI mild hybrid match DSG, automatic gearbox. Tiguan's VW's most successful ever car, I believe. They've sold over 8 million of them worldwide. 5,600 quid off one of those. I'm going to move on because I'm guessing you know about the Tiguan. One you might not know about is the JQ7 with its super hybrid system. Last month, this was the biggest selling plug-in hybrid in the UK. They've sold 25,000 of these in the UK so far. and most people that have got into one seem to be happy with it. It's only 3,770 quid off the RRP, but at 32 grand, I would be looking at that over that Tiguan, if I'm being completely honest. This super hybrid system is very, very clever. They say you'll get 700 miles of range on one tank of petrol and a full charge combined. But what it does is there are some, you can just put it in all electric mode, but if you just let it do its own thing, it will constantly make sure it's being the most efficient it can possibly be by balancing sort of that internal combustion engine and the electric motors and the battery in some sort of perfect harmony. I did a long test drive in one of these, and when I returned home, I had more battery in it than when I left, and I'd done like 50 mpg or something similar. So it's a very clever piece of kit. £32,000 down from 35,765. Next, got the Alfa Romeo Tonale, which is a beautiful thing, but the dealer's taken some horrible pictures of it. I don't know why you'd go to the effort of listing a car on Auto Trader, especially a brand new one, and having all these like horrible glary photos. Anyway, I digress. 32,750 quid down from 44.5. Nationwide delivery available. It's a hybrid, but it's not a plug-in. 8.8 seconds to 62, 49 mpg. Insurance Group 28. Nice car, the Tonale. VW Passat 1.5 ETSI mild hybrid R-Line DSG automatic. All the space you could ever need. 46.5 grand down to 37. I've done a little bit of a review of this on my channel. I went to the launch, didn't have the car for too long, but there is like a first look video on the car. 9.3 seconds to 62, 50 mpg. 148 brake horsepower, and Insurance Group 32. What's the boot size on one of these, by the way? I'm sure it's like 600 litres or something. It's 690 litres. I mean, you could rent that out as an Airbnb, couldn't you? Honda CR-V 2-litre mild hybrid elegance ECVT all-wheel drive. 10 grand knocked off a brand new Honda. Obviously 47 grand for one of these cars is too much, but it's a beautiful thing. They drive phenomenally well. It's just an easy car to live with, and the depreciation's not usually hideous on them. When you start off with 10 grand knocked off, hopefully that helps you there. Now, when we're on these cars with an RRP over 40 grand, remember, whatever you pay for the car, if they sold you this car for a fiver, you're still going to pay the expensive vehicle supplement on it between years 2 and 6 of its life. So for those 5 years, that's an extra 400 odd pounds a year on top of your 195 quid road fund license, vehicle excise duty, road tax, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to be looking at the wrong end of, I don't know, 650 quid a year for years 2 to 6 of the car's life. Very important to remember. It's on the list price, not the price you paid for it. 9.4 seconds to 62, 42.8 mpg, 180 brake horsepower, and Insurance Group 34. Brilliant car. There's a full review on one of those on my channel as well, and on one of these, the Ford Explorer extended range 77 kilowatt hour premium auto. Underneath this, it's basically a VW ID4, VW ID5, although I think it's got a much prettier lid on it, and I think Ford have done a really good job with this. It's one of few modern Fords that I actually really like. 354 miles of range, 0 to 62 in 6.4, 282 brake horsepower, 545 newton meters of torque. Boot space is 445 litres, and it's only Insurance Group 29, which I don't think is too bad for a car of that size. BMW 3 Series is probably the sweet spot of the 3 Series range. The 320i M Sport Automatic, 48 grand down to 40 grand. I don't need to show you any more of that because we all know what a 3 Series is. Genesis GV60. This is a Billy bargain. 57.5 grand with 17.5 grand knocked off. So you're getting this for just under 40. There is a new version of this car coming out, which is why this one's being discounted. But if you look at the new version and look at this, the changes are subtle, to say the least. And it's a brilliant, brilliant thing. 321 miles of range, 0 to 62 in 7.8, 226 brake horsepower. It's Insurance Group 41, so don't forget to get yourself a quote on any of these, really, before you sign on the dotted line. This has been on the market for 10 minutes, and they've already knocked 6.5 grand off it. This is the MG IM6 long range, and this really is their answer to Tesla. The MG are known for making these sort of more affordable cars, but they're going after the big guns with this one. It's a great looking thing. I haven't driven one yet, but I have had a poke around inside one, and it's all rather lovely. Look at the screens in there. Screens for days. Reclining rear seats, as you can see. Let's look at the numbers on it. 388 miles of range, 0 to 62 in 5.4 seconds, 401 brake horsepower. Boot space is 665 litres. They haven't got the insurance group on here yet, but it's going to be high. It will be in the same sort of region as Tesla, I'm sure. But it's a good looking car, I think, and the numbers sort of speak for themselves, and the interior quality is very impressive. BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe, it's the 420i M Sport, petrol automatic, beautiful looking car. 7.9 seconds to 62, 181 brake horsepower, 42 mpg, and you can save yourself £9,500 off one of those. You can save yourself £5,500 nearly off a BMW 135i automatic xDrive, which is bonkers. I love this thing. It's an amazing car to drive. It's got the Pro and the Tech Pack on it, which I'm guessing is probably that saving. This really smells of a cancelled customer order to me, but I could be wrong. £51,500 down to £40,000. Let's look at the numbers. 0 to 62 in 4.9 seconds, 296 brake horsepower, 400 newton meters of torque, and the insurance group's only 29 despite that crazy performance. BMW i4, 10 grand off one of these. This is the 35 M Sport Grand Coupe Auto. We've seen those in other videos, so I'm going to move on. Here's one we haven't seen, I don't think, in one of these videos before. It's the MG 𝙼𝙆 dual motor 77 kilowatt hour GT Auto. I've got a review of this on the channel, so go and check that out. 10 grand knocked off it. Should be 60,500 quid. You can get it for just over 49,500 quid. Demonstrator for sale, September savings. Only got 98 miles on the clock. That's low for a demonstrator. 276 miles of range. 0 to 62 in 3.2 seconds. 496 brake horsepower, and you can get a Tesco meal deal in the boot. 249 litres of boot space, which is actually not that bad. It's a great car, and obviously it's got the doors that stick up here, and it does get you a bit of attention though, which for some people is the reason they want one, and for others maybe a reason not to have one. Audi A6 Saloon 2-litre TFSI E50 Black Edition S-Tronic Quattro, 51,995 quid as opposed to 68,750. It's a saving of getting on for £17,000. It's got head-up display, it's got park assist, petrol plug-in hybrid, 29 miles of all-electric range, 5.5 seconds to 62, 295 brake horsepower, and you can save yourself a lot of money on one of those. Look at this big beast. It's the Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid. It's the Summit Reserve spec. That's a great looking car. It's got tons of road presence, probably because it takes up most of the road. And you could save £29,000 off it. 29 grand. 59,990 as opposed to £89,000. 6.3 seconds to 62, 376 brake horsepower. Insurance group 49. It's a monster, folks. And that saving is monstrous. £29,000 off that car. BMW 8 Series, the 840i M Sport Steptronic, 65 grand as opposed to 93, saving £27,366. This one is pure petrol. Insurance group 44, 0 to 62 in 5.2 seconds, 328 brake horsepower and 34 mpg. And there are several of these around. This one's the Grand Coupe, so this is like the 4-door version or the 5-door version if you like. But there are plenty of these around in different colours and things. That's the one I'd go for. I'd go for probably the extra doors and that lovely blue paint, which is just a shade more than the 3-door version. BMW iX, £97,905 down to £74,240. It's the 60 M Sport Auto xDrive with the Comfort Pack. 426 miles of range, 4.6 seconds to 62, 537 brake horsepower and 765 newton meters of torque, 500 litres of boot space, 75 grand down from nearly 98. Audi Q8 3 litre diesel V6, 50 Vorsprung Tiptronic Quattro. God, they don't make it easy, Audi, do they? £104,000 down to £81,000. That's a saving of £22,000. September offer only on this one. Performance 6.1 seconds to 62, 286 PS of power, 601 newton meters of torque, and 33 mpg. Insurance group is unsurprisingly 50, as it will be, I think, for everything left in this video. Audi SQ8 4-litre TFSI V8 Black Edition Tiptronic Quattro, 84,370 quid. RRP on that one's £104,000. 20 grand knocked off that one. 4.1 seconds to 62, 500 brake horsepower, 717 newton meters of torque, and 22.8 mpg. If you can afford to get yourself one of these, you can afford to probably buy a petrol station to fill it up with. Porsche Cayenne S 4-litre V8 Tiptronic 4-wheel drive. It's got the head-up display as well. 4.7 seconds to 62, 468 brake horsepower, 601 newton meters of torque, 23.6 mpg. Insurance group 48, 99,990 quid. That's got a saving of nearly 23 grand, believe it or not. That should be £122,500. Porsche Taycan Performance Plus 4S Sport Turismo. I think this is a gorgeous looking thing. I'm not actually a massive fan of the standard Taycan, but look at that. Woof. Again, basically 100 grand, should be 116.5-ish. Chrono pack, panoramic roof, Bose sound system, 377 miles of range, 0-62 in 3.7 seconds, 590 brake horsepower, 710 newton meters of torque. Porsche Panamera 2.9 litre V6 PDK automatic, £11,000 off one of those. Lotus Emea, this is their big sort of Grand Tourer electric saloon coupe Grand Tourer-y thing. 25 grand knocked off one of those. 301 miles of range, 0-62 in 2.8 seconds. That makes it the quickest car in this video. 904 brake horsepower. You've got 509 litre boot as well, so you do have a little bit of practicality in this £125,000 basically Grand Touring supercar. And then we're finishing things off with the Porsche 911 Carrera Turbos, the 992 3-litre, £143,000 all by the shouting, down to £128,000. It's got the front lift kit, it's got the Bose system, it's got surround view, 4.7 seconds to 62, 389 brake horsepower, 450 newton meters of torque, saving yourself 15 grand on one of those. Folks, don't forget to go and check out today's sponsor, Readly. If you want that 2 months free trial, the link's in the video description, and you can cancel at any time. There really is no catch with that. I've been using it for a couple of years and love it. And massive thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, or to give me a thumbs up, or to give me some hype, because that's important now on YouTube. So please do that. Thanks again. See you on the next one. Huge thanks to all my channel members for your continued support. I really do appreciate it.